Good afternoon everybody, it's Jo. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me again. So as we all know, Christmas is fast approaching and I thought what I would do is create a few Christmas cards. I actually don't give a lot of Christmas cards out, as silly as that sounds, but what I thought I might do is perhaps just in the next few weeks try and challenge myself to make at least 2 or 3 Christmas cards a week leading up until Christmas so that I do have some to give out. So I've pulled out my embossing folders. This one here is winter foliage, and I thought I would have a bit of a play with that, and I thought seeing as it's Christmas we want some shimmer and shine, yeah? So I've pulled out the Lunar Paste. So this one is called Psych and this one is Tropical Tango, and I'm going to create a card using the Lunar Paste slightly different. So what I'm going to do first is I have cut my card panel. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So I have my little white edge around my card and I have my glass mat here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out some of this Lunar Paste and pop it on my glass mat. So if you don't have a glass mat, you can also use just another slick surface, whether it is a messy mat, that will work for you too. So I'm just going to take a little bit out, pop it here, and then I'm going to apply this to my card, but I'm trying to get a relatively smooth finish. So I don't want to use my blending brush, my foam brush, because going around in circles just leaves marks. I'm going to try with the brayer. So let's give that a go. So I'm going to load my brayer up. So when you're loading the brayer up, my brayer doesn't want to work. There we go. You want to continue to lift and roll so that your medium is getting all of the brayer, not just some of the brayer. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it onto my card base. My brayer's not rolling very well today. I don't quite know what the story is with that. Look at that, it's not even rolling at all. Oh, here we go. Excuse me, had to sneeze. Let's have another go. So in an ideal world, your brayer's going to roll, but today it doesn't want to work, so I'm just going to go with it. So I'm just getting some colour onto this cardstock. So the brayer gives it a nice little finish. Oh, we're moving a bit better now. There we go. Much better. There we go. We've got warts and all today. No editing. It is what it is. Okay. So I'm going to pop the rest of this, because there is a little bit here left. I'm going to pop the rest of this back into the pot. And I'm going to set this aside to dry. So you want this nice and dry before we put it through our embossing machine. So I'm going to just set this off to the side. You could heat set this. I will clean up my mess just while we're waiting here. And let's just give this brayer a little bit of a wipe over too. I'm not really fussy about cleaning my brayer, which is probably why it's a little bit not rolling as well. But that's okay, that will be fine. Right, I think what we might do is, I don't know if you can see the shimmer in this already. It always looks better once it's dry. But I think what I might do here now is perhaps get the heat gun onto it. Oops. There we go. I should have taken that off before it had a chance to dry, but that's okay. We're good. We've rescued it. Do I have a heat gun plugged in? 2 seconds. Okay, if you've got headphones on, the heat gun is coming in now. This Lunar Paste generally dries relatively quickly, and especially when we're not using a lot as well. So we do want to make sure that this is nice and dry, because when this goes through your embossing folder, if it's wet, it's going to stick to your embossing folder. So this one here, I don't know if I've already said, it's the Winter Foliage 3D embossing folder from Altenew. So now I'm going to run this through my machine. So I'm just going to line this up, trying to make sure that I have an even amount of space on each side and that we're relatively straight. We look a little bit lopsided here. How's that? Oops. I think that's okay. Right, just give me a couple of seconds while I run that through my machine. And let's see what we've got. Check that out. So this is what we're left with. Can you see all the shimmer? It is so pretty, these Lunar Pastes. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some more detail, this time with the Psych. And I am just going to use a dome foam blender for this. Oh gosh, this is messy work for me. So I'm just going to take a little bit out of the pot. I just find it a little bit easier to apply that way. I'm just popping it on the mat here. We're going to pick it up. Now you can see I've got a lot on here, so I'm going to just pounce off a couple of times first, because we can always add colour. If you end up with too much on here, you can't take it away. And round circular motions. We're just touching the top of it. Oh, that's pretty. That's a really nice green too, that one. It's not a Christmas green as such, but it's a really lovely green. So you can see I am just being really light-handed with this. You can use your finger if you feel comfortable using your finger. My fingers don't tend to work for me as well as these foam blenders do. How's that looking? So I'm just doing a little pounce now because I don't like the marks that it leaves behind when you brush over the top. You can't see it on these fine details, but where you've got a bigger piece, you can see it. don't need to stress too much because I am going to put a sentiment here. I'll leave that. Okay, I think we are looking pretty good. I'm going to bring this up for you to have a little look at in a moment. Let's just clean this mess here up. Pop the lids on those. Okay, and this is what we're left with, all that pretty shimmer. So I'm going to attach this to a card base. This is still a little bit damp, so I will be careful with this. In the interim, maybe we might use some glue. Oh goodness, that doesn't want to play nice today. Nope, doesn't want to work today. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, you have everything today. There's sirens going in the background. I apologise, you didn't pop on here to watch me fiddle around trying to unclog a glue bottle. Right, we're away. Kind of. I would have used tape, but I'm a little bit worried that the top is still a little bit wet. Okay, so there's our panel on, and now we just need a sentiment. So I was going to keep it really simple. These are just some of the Christmas cut apart sentiments from Uniquely Creative. I actually really like this little font, but maybe we can put a little bit of gold around here. If we've got anything left on the end of our dauber. Yeah, that might work. So this dries relatively quick, so you want to work quickly. There we go. I think that's better. Foam tape, and off to the side maybe, or in the middle. Maybe in the middle. Let's get some foam tape on the back of that first. I think this one's better. I like the font of this. Okay, so now where am I going to put this? Let me grab my tweezers so that I can have a little bit of an audition. So we can go right in the middle, or we could go off to the side here. Maybe we should stick it to the middle. I think we might stick with the middle. And I think because we've got some paste here, we may need some glue just to help it attach to the paste. There we go. Whoops. Straight there. I think we're pretty straight. Looks pretty good. So you could actually also pop some gems on here as well. Let me see if I have some gems just quickly. Or sequins. We have some sequins. These goldy ones might be pretty. Maybe we might try some of those. Let me see where we're going to put them now. Too big, maybe a smaller one. Maybe it doesn't need gems. I feel like I want to put gems on it. It's Christmas. Maybe we could do, no, I think that's overkill when they're all together like that. What are we thinking? 3? Let's do it. Maybe. Gone total rogue, haven't I? 2. 3. 1. 1, 2, 3. Oh dear. Maybe we're going to end up with overkill. I've committed now. I need to keep going, don't I? Whoops. Is this another small one? Yeah. Everybody makes it look so easy using this glue and this embellishment wand, but it's not very easy when you're actually predominantly right-handed. I really want to pop this glue in my right hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Maybe up here? Maybe just up here. Let's try that, yeah? Maybe I'm overthinking it. Whoops. Maybe just one of these little wee ones. think we're done. I don't think we need any more. I think that is more than enough. So there you go, another way to use your embossing folders with the Lunar Paste. So there is so many colours available in the Lunar Paste. You've probably maybe got some in your stash, pull them out and give them a go. And I found that by using the brayer, it was a really lovely way of adding the paste without getting any lines and marks, and almost looks like a perfectly foiled piece of cardstock. Thanks for joining me again today. If you enjoyed that, I would love for you to hit the like button, subscribe, do all the things that you're supposed to do apparently, and I will chat to you soon with another Christmas card. See you later.